Some stories aren't just meant to be heard. They're meant to wake something up inside you. This is for those who refuse to accept their fate and dare to unlock the door within themselves. Welcome to the Awakener. And now, let me tell you a story called The Junk Collector and the Dream of Wealth. Noah grew up in a noisy industrial slum on the edge of the city. His father left early. His mother washed dishes at a roadside diner. Every afternoon after school, Noah would dig through neighborhood trash piles, collecting wires, batteries, and even broken phones. He wasn't just looking for recyclables to sell. Noah had a strange fascination. He'd take the broken items home, take them apart, clean them, and try to make something new. His room was full of patched-up gadgets that half worked. The neighborhood kids laughed. Scavenger boy, playing with garbage again? But he didn't care. In his heart, he thought, if I can make something useful out of junk, then maybe I'm not junk either. At 17, Noah dropped out of school. He worked odd jobs, but always went back to junk. One day, he found a whole box of damaged power banks behind a tech store. Almost all were bloated or cracked, but he saw potential. He spent nights fixing them, salvaging batteries, and even combined parts to make working chargers. That was the birth of his first business idea. He started with 5 chargers, painted them black, stamped a name on them, Reborn. He sold them in underground tech forums. People were curious. Why so cheap? He answered, because they were once trash, now reborn. Surprisingly, people loved the story. Orders increased. Noah began collecting more e-waste. Old laptops, damaged headphones, broken drones. He learned fast, joined free online courses, forums, and even befriended an old electronics repairman named Joran, who taught him safety and precision. With some money saved, Noah hired 2 kids from the old slum, ones who also picked trash to survive. They formed a small team. They didn't call it a company. They called it the workshop. Soon Reborn had dozens of products, mini fans, solar-powered chargers, even recycled Bluetooth speakers. Noah was proud, not just of the products, but that the team made something from nothing, but he wanted more. He wanted to go big, brand, scale, change the world. He borrowed money to rent a small workshop, upgraded machines, pitched to a local tech fair. He dreamed of investors, media coverage, a warehouse full of rebirths. But then, one night, while soldering a last-minute order, a spark hit a cloth soaked with cleaning alcohol. A soft pop, then flames. Within seconds, smoke filled the room. The fire destroyed the entire batch. 120 power banks. Equipment melted, walls scorched, the main wiring burnt. Noah stood frozen in the ashes. He had orders to deliver, debts to repay, burned hands, and a burned-out dream. He wandered that night, slept beside the same garbage dump where he once began. The silence felt heavier than the smoke. Next morning, Joran found him. Failed? Noah didn't reply. Joran handed him a warm cup and some first aid supplies. You know why I taught you? He asked. Noah shook his head. Because I once failed, too. I lost everything chasing a chain of recycled goods stores, ended up pushing a junk cart. I taught you so you'd know. Dreams have a price, but it's still worth paying. Noah returned to the ruins of his workshop, alone at first, cleaned up, documented every mistake. But then, help came. A few old friends from the trash collector group dropped by. One brought plastic shells. One lent tools. Another offered to do deliveries for free. You never treated us like junk, one said. Now we won't let you turn into junk either. 3 months later, Reborn returned, quietly. No big launch, but the customers came back, because each product now came with a story, a clear process, a commitment to safety, and above all, a sense of rebirth, not just of gadgets, but of the people behind them. A tech blog published a feature, The Junk Collector Behind Reborn, a Rising Star. Noah refused major interviews. He simply said, I'm not extraordinary. I'm just someone who was once looked down on and learned to value myself. Sometimes, the beginning of wealth doesn't come from capital or credentials. It comes from how you see what others call junk, both literally and metaphorically. If you're brave enough to look at your broken self, the one that's poor, messy, rejected, and still say, "I can be reborn," then that is the moment you start to become rich. You're watching The Awakener, where minds awaken and potential unfolds. If you found value, like, share, and subscribe, because the life-changing stories are just beginning.